Tonight, Edo State University Uzaire repositions staff for optimum performance. Residents of Benin cry out for help as prices of drugs skyrocket. Plus, more immigration officers in new ranks. A pleasant evening to you and many thanks for joining us on the news tonight. I am Elizabeth Omoko. Welcome. The Directorate of Professional Training and Development of Edo State University Uzaire has organized a two-day training program for all academic staff of the institution on staff development. Akim Etayoha reports that the theme of the workshop is performance improvement techniques.
The acting Vice-Chancellor of the institution, Professor Dawood Igbefo, who declared the workshop open, described the theme of the workshop, performance improvement techniques, as apt, adding that his administration will continue to sustain the training programs of the institution in line with the vision and mission of the founding fathers.
This training will not way to re-articulate or re-elect us lecturers or teachers or research persons at different periods of years. The historic report of this workshop lies in the fact that it is not the way of the Directorate of Professional Development in law. Even though the idea was conceived by us, it best became the joint responsibility of the management staff of this university.
A guest speaker, Professor Patrick Obiasuyi, who spoke on the topic, work ethics in the university environment for academic staff, described work ethics as morals and norms observed in workplaces which are crucial to the growth and development of any institution.
All academic staff in the university must imbibe work ethics, not just the guidelines. It should be part and parcel of them. They should be able to operationalize it on a regular basis.
Personal skills, ability, knowledge, your personal relation, they help you as a teacher. Are you inspiring students? Are you supportive of their positive behavior or you encourage negativities?
It promotes the inclusivity and data for the different capacity of learning.
Questions and answers session climaxed the training program. In Iyamo, Akim Etayoha, NTN News.
In another story, the Nigerian and British governments are strengthening relations to develop the civil service. Haman Jabani reports that the meeting between the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Dr. Richard Montgomery, and head of the service of the Federation, Didi Esther Wasin Jack, is aimed at making that happen as both parties agree to collaborate.
The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Dr. Richard Montgomery, who incidentally is the first diplomat to visit the office of the head of the civil service of the Federation, congratulated Didi Esther Walton Jack for her well-deserved appointment and assured her of support in any way possible. He said the embassy will support the Nigerian civil service and would like to use some of the models it is using in transforming the service in the British civil service. Head of the civil service of the Federation, Didi Esther Walton Jack, who took her guests through the FCC 25 plan and some of the deliverables, said the collaboration will be based on knowledge sharing and best practices to support Nigeria's ongoing reform initiative under the plan, as well as technology and innovation. She said the country's civil service would like to transfer the UK's annual civil service live conference model and explore exchange program and study tour to facilitate mutual learning with an emphasis on knowledge sharing.
Innovation is definitely something we cannot afford to overlook. And so we are also fostering innovation in the public service. For now, we have our annual Innovation Challenge program. And we would like to make a culture of creativity and continuous improvement using innovation in the service, and discuss with my team so that we identify the areas of collaboration and make sure that we have a representative of the UK government in each of the relevant war rooms.
DDS Sawal Sinjak welcomed the British High Commissioner to Nigeria and wished him a successful working experience, just as she solicited his support in institutionalizing the digitization program and the culture of change in the civil service. Hamad Jabani, NTA News.
And away from that bilateral ties, Senate is making a push for fairness in the conduct of local government councils election, as legislators describe the current situation across states as a mockery of the rule of law. Senate is therefore proposing a national dialogue involving stakeholders from across the state of the Federation to correct prevalent anomalies where outcomes do not reflect the will of electorates. The legislators were reacting to the winner-take-all system in local councils pool in Nigeria. They expressed disappointment over the situation and called for collective resolve to make a change for the better.
If indeed local government election results are written 2-3 days before the elections are purportedly held, it behoves on us, the National Assembly, to give direction.
Meanwhile, one of the major observers that participated in the 2024 Edo governorship election, Yaga Africa, is alleging that the election failed the integrity test, one of the key parameters the election was assessed. It calls for immediate review of the election results, especially in some local government areas where discrepancies of results were majorly observed. This was part of the fallout of a post-election reflected meeting with leaders of Edo civil society organizations and media partners in Benin. Eugenia Ndubisi has the details.
The call for the review of the results, Yaga alleged, was lack of transparency on election results collation process, while key processes such as accreditation, voting, counting, and recording of results at the polling units complied with procedures. It advocated the integration of the IREF and electronic transmission of results into the electoral legal framework to confer legality on polling unit level results uploaded on the portal. It commended the resilience of voters who came out to exercise their franchise and, to an extent, the security agencies who ensured peaceful poll.
At the polling unit level, the process went well. We thought it was at the collation center that this manipulation did happen. Because what we did, when the results started coming in, we compared what our observers sent specifically for 2 local governments. Our third takeaway from the election is that there is need for increased oversight, especially for the media and CSO partners we have in the room.
Some of the panelists and other partners were at the same page with Yaga Africa, noting the level of vote buying, low turnout of voters, and disruption of collation of results that characterized the election. There was advocacy for security agencies and prison inmates be allowed to vote as they are part of the population.
It's time we begin to transmit our result written.
Despite high PVC collation rates recorded, only 22.4% of the voters turned out, lower than the 27% turnout observed in 2020. In Benin, Eugenia Ndubisi, NTA News.
This news is being streamed live on our YouTube channel, NTA Benin. You can be part of the news online. You can also reach out to NTA Benin Newsroom on any breaking news and happenings in Edo State via the number 091-535-59648 as displayed on your screen. You can also send WhatsApp messages to the same number. This is NTA News at 7. Let's now pay some bills. The news continues shortly.
RendekiHotels.com. Rendeki Gold. Our hospitality is go.
They know they tell person, everybody must to see with their eyes, Oye Technical Generator Shopping Mall, the headquarters for generator matter. You do well as you make it easy for everybody to get generator. Whether a small one as my pocket reach or Perkins and Meccano generator, all answer present for Oye Technical. For quality generators for borehole, air conditioners, office, business or personal use, them full ground. All our generators come with correct spare parts and for better price. We still get grinding machine, pepper mill, sewing machines, lawnmower, borehole pumping machine. How many I go fit talk? Come take your IC for the generator headquarters. Uyi Technical Limited, number 79, 81, 83 Mission Road for Benin and all other Uyi Technical branches. Uyi Technical Limited, affordable quality generators for everybody.
It's the Glow Festival of Joy and it's raining exciting prizes. For 120 days, we take it to the max. Mind-blowing, loaded prizes. Take John winning a tear rubber Toyota Prado by recharging up to 100,000 naira. And Sister T winning a Cha-Cha Kia Picanto by recharging up to 50,000 naira.
Yes, the gifts are unloading joy all over Nigeria.
From Toyota Prados to Kia Picantos, Kekena Pets, generators, sewing machines, and even grinding machines. Just dial *611#. Choose your prizes, recharge the value for the month, and you too can win.
Whoa, you too can win,
Hooray! The Adun family of Ogbe, Benin City, wish to invite all and sundry to the 70th birthday ceremony of Chief Dr. John Osamede Adun JP, the Ayobaha of Benin Kingdom and Chief Executive of Obizo Conglomerate. Days of activities: Wednesday night, October 2024, prayer session. Thursday 10th, hosting of the needy, time 10 a.m. By 5 p.m, hosting of journalists and birthday carnival, 8 p.m, team dawn. Friday 11th October, hosting of unions and associations. Club outing at Bronze Royal Hotel, 121 Akpakpava Road, Benin City. While Saturday 12th October, hosting of unions and associations continue. Sunday 13th October, Thanksgiving service at St. Matthew Anglican Cathedral, Sakumba Road, Benin City. Reception follows immediately at Ayoban's Villa, number 4, Ekbenede Street, off Adesogbe Road, Benin City. Dress code is gold and white.
Many thanks for staying tuned. After a series of examination and screening conducted for the immigration officers across Nigeria, about 13,000 officers were promoted, of which about 170 came from Edo State. Monjola Yogike was at the promotion decoration ceremony and our reports.
The 26th Controller of Immigration Service, Edo State Command, Martins Nye, congratulated and reminded the officers of their duties in service.
Let this moment remind and rekindle in you the passion for excellence.
It's a call for further duty. You know, when you are promoted, they are asking you to do more.
It was a period of celebration as officers of the service, families and loved ones participated in the ceremony.
I'm very happy and I pray to God to continue to keep him alive, give him long life and more promotions.
I pray that God Almighty will make this promotion is a starting point for him.
The newly decorated officers were overwhelmed with joy.
It's a long journey from 3 years that I've attained this promotion with selfless and dedication towards the job.
This promotion does not come from south, north, west or east, but from above. So I'm privileged to be among those that have been promoted today, and I am glad.
Ever since I joined this service, it's been God all through to this stage.
I give everything to make sure my service image is protected, the service will move on. I see this promotion as an opportunity to serve.
I'm happy and I give thanks to Almighty God who has given us life, and also to Nigeria Immigration Service who have availed me the opportunity.
The officers were promoted to ranks such as Deputy Controller of Immigration, Superintendent of Immigration, Commander, among others. In Benin, Ninjara Urugoki, NC News.
And now talking health. With a staggering statistics of Nigeria population coming down with mental disorders, experts have charged governments and key stakeholders to act in prioritizing issues of mental health care in the country. Serafina Oko Umweko reports that practitioners saying that 1 in every 4 Nigerians is said to have suffered mental health disorder in their lifetime.
Comparing the prices of drugs from last year to this year, it was found out that a popular malaria drug, which used to be sold at 600 naira, is now sold for 2,500 naira. A painkiller once sold for 100 naira is now bought at 300 naira to 400 naira. An antibiotic sold for 2,000 naira has skyrocketed to 6,000 naira.
I went to buy that drugs that they have for anti-malaria. That drugs I used to buy before 650. The lady was telling me 3,000 something. I was like, that is more than 50% increment.
Importers contribute a lot. You understand me? Just imagine a person when import goods come 2 months ago. For until we distribute the entire market, they keep a major weight, may 1 to 20, just happen between the currency. Then before you go bring your comment. Things must surely there.
NTN News crew stumbled on Mr. Charles Omeagbe cutting some herbs. He said he has resorted to using herbs in place of orthodox drugs.
Go chemist now. Go buy medicine first. Go know how much. The moment you don't call this agbo, just boil it by yourself, the pot, you cook it. Boil it for 3 days, drink it for 3 days. You will float your system.
I believe on herbs. I know herbs when I feel pluck, miss, drink them. It will solve 1 to 2 problems when they pass through.
Like person will get typhoid and malaria, and if you use them, go do okay. Even though waste. So we have different types of medicine where they heal people.
Any health implication of using herbs? This health practitioner has the answer.
These drugs do not undergo the whole testing processes that pharmaceutical drugs undergoes. Like sometimes it's just hearsay or what I learned from my father.
We sincerely apologize for that mistake. Let's now go back to the earlier story where we told you that with a staggering statistics of Nigerian population coming down with mental health disorders, experts have charged governments and key stakeholders to act in prioritizing issues of mental health care in the country. Serafina Okomwekwe reports that the petitioners saying 1 in every 4 Nigerians is said to have suffered mental health disorders in their lifetime.
For people to optimally and efficiently deliver on tasks assigned in any sector of the economy, community, family and workplace, mental health experts advise they must be mentally fit, as there is no life without sound mental health.
There is never a better time to speak or to prioritize mental health than now.
Because it influences how we go about life. It basically defines our existence.
And for everybody who's a working class, we know how the economy has been. It has affected a lot of working class people. So again, this is a reminder that even in the workplace, as adults, in the work that we do, that it's important to prioritize our mental health. And again, this is a reminder to say, what are you doing in your organization? What are the policies there that are focused on taking care of the well-being of your staff? Mental health challenges can happen to anybody, we are all susceptible to it.
For operationalization and implementation of reforms in the health sector, key players call for increased budgetary allocation in investing and research for mental health care, prevention and management. Mental health care, though meant to be integrated into the National Health Scheme as mandated, still excludes treatment of people living with mental health conditions.
The National Health Insurance is mandated to care for every citizen in the country. One of the major challenges they had was imputing mental health conditions into the care. And the last review, depression, anxiety disorder had been incorporated, even though we noticed that the medications for those who have the illnesses are not often covered. But a recent review actually seems to have covered most of these, and that is meant to eliminate out-of-pocket expenses.
As Nigeria joins the global community to commemorate World Mental Health Day, on the average, every worker puts in about 8 to 12 hours at their workplaces. Thus, the theme, Mental Health at Workplace, simply advocates a conducive working environment, supporting persons mentally down as demanded by the National Mental Health Act. Serafina Okomwekwe, NT News.
And now, in recent times, patients have been grappling with the sudden hike in prices of pharmaceutical drugs, a situation that has placed additional financial burdens on many. From painkillers to malaria treatments, the list is endless, and this is leaving many wondering about the causes and how it can be managed. Annabelle Ileloa, who was in turn takes a survey of some drugs in some pharmaceutical stores across the metropolis.
Comparing the prices of drugs from last year to this year, it was found out that a popular malaria drug, which used to be sold at 600 naira, is now sold for 2,500 naira. A painkiller once sold for 100 naira is now bought at 300 naira to 400 naira. An antibiotic sold for 2,000 naira has skyrocketed to 6,000 naira.
I went to buy that drugs that they have for anti-malaria. That drugs I used to buy it before 650. The lady was telling me 3,000 something. I was like, that is more than 50% increment.
Importers contribute a lot. You understand me? Just imagine person when import goods come 2 months ago. For them to distribute the entire market, they keep a major weight, then 1 to 20 just happen between the currency. Then before you go bring your command. Things must surely there.
NTN News crew stumbled on Mr. Charles Omeagbe cutting some herbs. He said he has resorted to using herbs in place of orthodox drugs.
Go chemist now. Go buy medicine first. Go know how much. The moment you don't call this agbo, you boil it by yourself, the pot, you cook am. Boil it for 3 days, drink it for 3 days. You will float your system.
I believe on herbs. I know herbs when I feel pluck. miss, drink am, e go solve 1 to 2 problem when I dey pass through.
Like person wey get typhoid and malaria, and if you use am, go dey okay. Even the waste. So we have different type of medicine where they heal people.
Any health implication of using herbs? This health practitioner has the answer.
These drugs do not undergo the whole testing processes that pharmaceutical drugs undergoes. Like sometimes it's just hearsay or what I learned from my father, what I learned from my ancestor. Does not really go through this processes, how it reacts to people's physiological constituents and all.
Well, what I'm doing right now to help myself is the basic health educator strategy. If I find myself I'm down with a little headache, instead of rushing to get a medicine that I'm not able to afford, I end up applying the rest therapy. I drink enough water, I rest my head, and I ensure that I limit my screen time.
Residents are appealing to constituted authorities to come to their rescue.
People can move from a consumption economy to a manufacturing economy. I believe it will bring down the cost of medications.
They also need to find ways to subsidize these drugs so that when people that needs it, when they want to get it, it is readily accessible and affordable for them.
Health practitioners believe that a mix of government intervention and industry regulation are some ways to tackle pharmaceutical price hike. In Benin, Annabelle Ilenwa, NTA News.
You're still on to NTA Benin News at 7. Another stop is here. Stay with us.
It's here now, just the type of multipurpose hall of international standard that suits that ceremony of yours, be it wedding, engagement party, funeral ceremony, AGM meeting, conferences, seminars, to mention but a few. Arisco International Multipurpose Hall is the place to be. A modern edifice with a large hall, fully air-conditioned, that can accommodate over 500 guests with beautiful, exquisite chairs, 24 hours power supply, adequate secured parking lot for all vehicles. Yes, Arisco International Multipurpose Hall is the place to be. Also available is open air field that can accommodate all your guests. For reservations, locate us at plot 18 Textile Mill Road, Benin City, Edo State. Call the following numbers on the screen. Arisco International Multipurpose Hall. We set the pace, others follow.
Many thanks for your time. And now sports. Let's join Bright Ebusho for the latest in the water sports.
Minister of Sports Development, John Eno, has urged the Super Eagles of Nigeria to assert their dominance at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium this Friday as they face Libya's Mediterranean Knights. Highlighting the Eagles' current standing in Group D, Eno called on them to demonstrate tactical skill and fully capitalize on the game. The Eagles lead Group D with 4 points and are the only team yet to concede a goal. A consecutive win over Libya would significantly enhance their chances of qualification. Meanwhile, sports enthusiasts have called for the Eagles to elevate their overall performance.
I haven't got a little bit of confidence from the impressive match in the first 2 matches of the African Combinations Cup. We are going to this match with a whole lot of confidence, but we can't take anything for granted.
They come with so much theatrics because they're coming from the north. They're the North Africans, but I'm actually optimistic that you will get the maximum 3 points.
Organizers of the foremost anti-corruption marathon have announced the 7th of December for the 2024 edition of the marathon. This year's race, which is the 5th installment of the unprecedented global initiative, will be preceded by the National Youth and Student Summit on Anti-Corruption and Drug on December.
And that's much we can take for tonight. Do have a pleasant night rest. It's good night from all of us here.